Good morning, church.
Good morning.
I am going to introduce my son, Ty. You know, there's a lot to know about Ty. When Ty was 3 years old, Ty almost died. He had an infection. I don't know if you remember that guy from Sesame Street who died of that same infection. Ty was 3. And because the doctor said he had time and age on his side, when we took him in, they were able to save him. Right? That was the first time. When Ty turned 33 years old, he was ill again. Now he came out with leukemia. And God has spared his life again. And here he is today, you know, doing what he's doing for the Lord. Amen. And I just thank God for him. You know, he is my second child. I have 3 children, Frank Jr., Ty, and Talika. That's my middle child. And he is just awesome. All of my children are awesome children. But this is a special child to me. I say he's God's child because he's spared his life twice already. You know what I'm saying? And he's doing well. It's been 7 years now since he's been leukemia free. His sister was 100% match for his blood transfusion. So she did it, and here he is today. And you know the strange thing about it is they have the same birthday. They're born exactly 4 years apart on the same day, October 27th. And I say, hey, God, there he is, so awesome, so awesome, you know. But there they are. And I love you. Thank you, Pastor. He's got his friend along with you. Jacob is awesome too.
All right. Appreciate you. Thanks for the intro, Mom. Pastor Logan, appreciate you for giving us the opportunity to be up here. Before I get started real quick, I just wanted to commend you. What y'all are doing with the youth is a great thing. Young people, don't take what Pastor Logan's doing for you guys. Don't take it for granted. Don't take it lightly. I got to sit back there and listen to each one of you come up here and talk, and what that showed me was y'all all got personality, right? All of y'all are individually and wonderfully made in God's image. Don't let society, don't let the school system, don't let people change you and put you into a box. All right, you continue to be the individual that God made you. Let your light shine and let his light shine through you. All right, so continue to come up here. Pastor gives you an opportunity to speak. Hey, come up here, speak. You know what I'm saying? Tell your story. Give your testimony. All of us got one. All right, so don't take that for granted. What Pastor was saying earlier about, you know, when we were younger and, you know, our parents drug us to school. My mom, she did it. She drugged me, my sister, my brother to church. And we was like, hey, when we get older, you know, we're not going to do that to our kids, but we got to be careful with that too, because I know once I got out on my own, I graduated at 17, I went to the Navy, and church, yeah, I grew up in church, and I had a foundation, but it wasn't something that I was looking to do as an adult, because when I got older, I started making my own decisions, right? So then we just go out there and we start living in their world. You get lost out there in their world, all right? So don't do that, all right? This is another reason why I brought Spiritual Jay along with me. He's been an inspiration to me. And a little bit of background of what we do. Anomaly Records is a Christian record label that I have, that I started. And inspirational substance is our mission. Everything that we do, we try to inspire people, and we try to bring substantive content. All right, something that you can take away from. I don't ever want to just come up here, say something, and do something just in jest. Everything is with a purpose and with a plan. All right, and ultimately it's just to let God's light shine. So the last time that I was here in this church, my pops was laying right here. And he, when I told him that I wanted to be a rapper, you know, he said, man, why don't you be a Christian rapper? And back then I was like Spiritual Jay's age. I was like 19, 20. And that didn't seem appealing to me, like Christian rapper, like what am I talking about? Like, what can I say about God that's gonna, you know, I can continue to say about it? That's what my mindset was back then, right? So, you know, I got out there, I was doing secular music. And I mean, it was cool, at least I thought it was, but it didn't really get me nowhere, you know what I'm saying? But that's another reason why I'm up here dressed like I dress now, right? Because I still wear the do-rag, I still wear the bar cap, right? And this is what you guys see. But when you see somebody dressed like this, the content that comes out of them isn't necessarily the content that you need to hear, right? So another reason that I do this is because I don't want you to judge a book by its cover. Amen. Don't look at somebody, and not just for you, I mean, it's for everybody. This is a worldwide issue. Don't judge a book by its cover just because they look a certain way. You think, I already know what this person is about, because you might be missing a blessing. You feel me? So I'm not going to hide who I am. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to conform to the masses. They say, okay, well, if you're a Christian, you got to look a certain way. You got to dress a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Now, there are things that you need to do as a Christian. You know, you can't be straddling the fence, right? We don't want to be lukewarm, right? Right? But you got to be careful about letting them tell you who you are. All right? Let God do that. Find your purpose. Let God lead you. All right? So that's really what I'm all about. That's what the mission is all about. Spiritual Jay, you know, he's really inspired me to keep going. As my mom said, when I had got leukemia in 2015, I thought about stopping the music altogether. Like maybe, hey, music wasn't for me. But, you know, God said, you know, no, the music is for you. I've equipped you with the talent. You just wasn't doing it in the way that I want you to do it. So, you know, the cancer, after that, I've been living my best life since. All right. Now, I'm not saying everything's been roses and, you know, honky-dory. You know, there's still difficulties that come, but now I'm tracking in the right direction. And it wasn't until cancer came and God sat me down that I was able to make that transition. So sometimes, you know, things that happen in your life, it's not necessarily, you know, it's a bad thing, but God can turn what's bad or what was meant for bad for good, right, for those that believe, right, and are called according to his purpose. And so I feel like even though cancer to a lot of people may seem like a bad thing, that was the best thing that happened to me. And my life has been in a trajectory headed towards Christ ever since. So what we're going to do for you, we're going to perform. I don't know if you want to go ahead and say something. I'm gonna let Jacob tell you a little bit about his story too before we kick this thing off, because it's pretty powerful testimony. Go ahead, Jacob.
So my name is Jacob, aka Spiritual J. Hello, everybody. But for me, I actually just graduated probably like I guess you could say 2 years. But I was in the church, but I didn't want to have a relationship with God. I was forced to go to church, which I'm glad I was. And for me, I was like in a life that probably wouldn't be the best. I moved out of my parents' house at like 17. I was still in high school. And because they would just tell me about God, and I was so full of hardened heart, I didn't want to hear it. And so I was just doing things I shouldn't have been doing, really. And then one night, I was in a place where, like, I couldn't go nowhere. I was in bondage. I couldn't call anybody. I couldn't do any of the things I was chasing. I couldn't find that fulfillment I was looking for. And I was just in a deep, dark place. And there was a bunch of suicidal thoughts and a lot of other things. And it was just all in one moment. And so that night, I had literally, it was like God had opened the clouds and spoke to me. He was like, come to me before it's too late. And so when he said it, I was shook. I didn't know what to do. I was like, whoa. Like, the voice was so loud. It was so powerful, so mighty, like it says in his word. And he gave me visions. He showed me the path that I was going down. And then he showed me the path that he had for me, which was me performing, making music. And I've always liked music. Like, if I didn't do anything, didn't do school or nothing like that, I was rapping with my friends, or we was making some type of songs. And so at first I was like, man, I really wanted to do music my whole life. But I was like, man, like Coach Ty said, Christian rap, I'm like, nah, that's corny. And then when he showed me the vision, he showed me like how to make the music. And that's when I was like, okay, God, I'm gonna surrender to you, because now I see that you are the way, life, and the truth. And so that night I gave my life to Christ in the same chair that I used to do all kinds of nonsense in. I cried tears of joy, and I could never cry. And it was like his presence hit me so heavy. Ever since then, I've just been staying in that. And just now, I'm here, We making music for the Lord and just preaching and everything. So that's a kind of something that you get to know.
Now, they said that second Sunday was Youth Sunday, right? So I didn't realize there was going to be so much youth in here. Like, so I see the young youth, but I see a lot of seasoned youth out there too. All right, I seen how y'all was moving earlier. Don't try to get stiff now. We finna turn up. All right, everybody gonna get on their feet. We gonna fellowship together. Now, how many of y'all know that our God is incredible? If you know and believe God is incredible, I need you to stand on your feet.
Amen.
We ready? We in your time, DJ. Go ahead and kick the music for me. Yeah. Turn it up for me. Cause he's incredible. Turn it up for me, please. Yes, he's incredible. Yes, he's incredible. Never, if ever, I'm coming through flipping these words. No one may trip, I'm no longer cursed. Death to the tongue, so when I shoot bird, combo the beat, I think about the church, but not to be judged, it's more to be heard. A vessel for Christ, I stick in the third, in the first, the body of verse. I must see permission and vision, I heard with no notification, they late on arrival. I'm prepared like me with no Bible, running scared like God is your rival. So one down, you would need a revival. Survivals are the fittest, that's God's son, he the realest. Even Pharisees and the Philistines and the hypocrites gotta feel this, I-N-C-R-E-D-I-B-L-E. 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 That's why I'm so different right now. He picked me up, turned me around, placed my feet on solid ground, and put me to work representing this crown. I find my will, but his go down. Compete no longer with those that are clown. Trying to be tough, they like I was down. Parading our women all over the town, playing the heart, who that they down. Social media is how they judge the value of their work. But God says, cool, I'll show you how. Judah's wife, Shua died. Her was his son who widowed a wife. Tamar, who's a Judas tribe, producing Perez at the seat of the Christ. I-N-C-R-E-D-I-B-L-E. Yes, he's incredible. Yes, he's incredible. Yes, he's incredible. I see your chains, nice whip, nice crib, they amazed, clout chasing, pure hating, selfish motive, prideful wages, no destruction, some say. So who's best don't even matter. With the claim you self-made, as for God, he would rather feed the many, lacking plenty, breaking bread and casting nets with no KD or Kyrie. Just simple that's best for implementation, no erasing or contemplating what in the word could be changed in how sinners can fall short yet find salvation. It's amazing. Yes, he's incredible. Yes, he's incredible. Yes, he's incredible. I-N-C-R-E-D-I-B-L to the E. It's that boy O.N.E. Very mint and so pristine. A clever way to say I'm clean. With my I've been healed of blood disease, but by his blood I've been redeemed. The future, past, and present deeds, a lot of which goes unseen. I thank him now for his mercy and how he so patiently sent his son to pay the ultimate price, hanging him high, stretching him wide, crown of thorns on his head. He bled and he died, now risen is he, the crucified Christ. That's incredible, all right?
Hey, if you believe God is everything, give God some praise and nobody know what it is.
Hey, my daddy, in the mighty name of Jesus. Yeah, you hear me on the beat, but to be honest, I be preaching.
Hey.
I don't need no lean. I don't need no guap.
Give God some praise. We in the house of the Lord.
I don't need no lean. I don't need no guap. You know that he my God, he on top. They like what you mean. Told him that he king. Way I'm whooping on this devil, boy, I feel like DDC. I stay in his presence. Yeah, he lives in me. I'm gonna be a light, like I'm Ellie B. Says he wanna talk, had to say some things. If my God ain't in the combo, then he cannot talk to me. Holy Spirit, when he told you that my God, he's G.O.D. Had to tell him that my Jesus, Lord of Lord and King of Kings. Slice some peppers and salt, I used to be up in the mix. Now I turn to live my life for God. We do this for him, we do this for him. Nothing is impossible, no Kim. When I score, I gotta take a knee. I feel just like I'm Tim. I pointed at the sky, I told that devil, nah, he ain't him. He was tweaking up the word and then I pointed right at him. don't need no lean, I don't need no guap. You know that we up, my God, he on top. They like what you mean, told him that he king. Way I'm whooping on this devil, boy, I feel like BBC. I stay in his presence, yeah, he lives in me. I'm gonna be a light, like a LED. Said you wanna talk, had to say some things. If my God ain't in the convo, then she cannot talk to me. I gotta walk the way, can't lose concentration. And I'm bearing the full like Galatians. I know he gon' give me revelation. And my love is consideration. They say my black Jesus, my Jesus, they just sound like this. I think my God, he died for me. I know his blood was red. That devil played too much, well, that's why he gon' end up dead. That never started, but just watch how we end up ahead. Just like it's gluten free, I promise I don't need no bread. I catch a demon just like play with it, some out of red. I don't need no lean, I don't need no guap. You know that we up, I don't need no top. They like what you mean, told him that he king. Way I'm whooping on this devil, boy, I feel like ABC. I say it is presence, yeah, he lives in me. I'm gonna be a light, like a LED. If you wanna talk, I just say some things. If my God ain't in the combo, then she cannot talk to me. I don't need no guap, you know that we up. My God, he on top. They like what you mean. Told him that he king. Way I'm whooping on this devil, boy, I feel like BBC. Yeah, he lives in me. I'm gonna be a light, like I'm LED. Especially when they talk, had to say some things. If my God ain't in the combo, then she cannot talk to me.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate you, man. We hope that y'all enjoyed that. We hope that we were a blessing to you all. We would love to come back sometime. If you need to know more about us, you can check us out on the websites, www.anomalyrecords.com. And that's probably spelled kind of difficult. It's O.N.O.M.A.L.E records.com. All right, appreciate you.